What's going on, guys? This is Omari, and I am just going to honestly hop right in. We're going to talk about how to sell more merchandise online for artists and musicians. And I hate when people drag out the beginning of these things, so I'm just going to hop right in. So, as you saw in that first video, we talked about coming up with different messages to put on your merchandise. That can be something that you stand for. You can come up with a few different messages to test out, and you want to put that on your t-shirts, your hats, bags, whatever you got, and get started on optimizing your online merch sales as an artist. Because when live shows are down, then your merchandise is going to be able to pick up some of that revenue. So you want to start by setting up your online store. If you don't have a website, you need a website. Plain and simple. It's not a discussion. You need a website as an artist because there's so many other things that you can do. So for the merch part specifically, you can set that up through sites like Shopify or Teespring, and you want to have somebody that can do drop shipping for you. If you're not familiar with that, it's just you make the designs and somebody else fulfills that. So you don't have to buy all the inventory. You just make the design part, and then somebody else can ship it out to your customers. And obviously, that's a service they're providing for you, so you take a smaller cut, but it is much more efficient for you to do things that way. If you are not the best at designing things, then you probably just want to hop on a site like Fiverr, or another independent contractor website, where they can at least come up with some different designs for you, and you can even test them out against your own designs. So you always want to test things whenever you're about to sell them, whenever you're coming up with new products or services. They're just called A/B test in the marketing world. So you have two different designs and you want to see which one sells better. Maybe you come up with one, you pay somebody else to come up with one, and you will have your results. In order to have those results, you do need to be doing your tracking, which we will talk about later. But Fiverr is inexpensive. Every artist should have a budget allocated to their marketing. That is a part of your marketing, coming up with new merchandise designs. And then also, we talked about this a little bit, but you want to have a few different messages to test. Maybe things don't work out exactly like you pictured them, and one message performs better than the other. So if we look at our example from earlier about the God Over Money brand, which is from Bizzle, he has also Can't Finesse God. Like, that's along the same lines as the God Over Money message. He also has Christ Reigns. That is the only SKU he has for that one. But, he could even test out some other designs for that one, see how that one sells as well. But obviously you want to be pretty consistent in your messaging and have a few different looks, have a few different styles. So in this God Over Money, he has one SKU with just the solid lettering, one SKU with, it has letters within the lettering. This one has some symbols within it, different colors, different patterns, like all that stuff. You're going to see which ones sell the best. And obviously you probably put your top sellers at the top, and some of those ones you're testing out, maybe you can put in the middle, and then some of the ones that just sell okay, you can keep towards the bottom. Now, when it actually comes to your checkout pages, there are different things you can do to increase your conversions on them. So let's go to one of these checkout pages. Something that you can do, that's actually not on here, but it's always a good idea. If you have videos or social proof of anybody wearing your shirt or pictures of people buying the shirt, you can put those on checkout pages, and it will increase the likelihood that people buy your merchandise. So let's say that somebody has a really cool story about a time they wore your shirt. Like this shirt, for instance, God Over Money. So I'm sure there's definitely good stories of people wearing this shirt, but the artist might not know those stories. So what you can do is contact anybody who's worn the shirt, post about it on social media, say, hey, if you wore the shirt, we can feature you on our website. Just tell us your story, or, shoot us a video. You can incentivize them, have a giveaway, all those things you can do to solicit people, just sending you pictures and, maybe You can even give 5% off tickets, 10% off tickets, something like that. And people can send you both photos and videos, especially like if somebody has that great story about wearing your shirt. Let's say that there was just a small video here. It doesn't have to take up the whole page, but it just be, so and so has this video of them wearing this shirt. I then, as a customer, can connect both the message of the shirt and the story that this person, this testimonial has. And then I will be that much more likely to buy because now I have a story behind this shirt. I'm not just buying a shirt. People don't need a shirt. They don't need a hoodie. They don't need your shirt. They want to do this because they both support the message and they support you. So when you have that on your checkout pages, you are connecting more with your audience. You can also talk about things like how comfortable the shirt is, the material it's made out of. If you use organic cotton, something like that, people think that's really important. You can highlight those features on your checkout pages. And then lastly, you want to make sure your Facebook pixel is set up, your Google Analytics and your Google Ads. Even if you don't plan on running ads to these things immediately, you want them to be set up so that they can collect the data. And we'll get into that more later, but you just want to be sure those things are set up on your website.